I know, I know, I know, I know. I leave, I post, I leave, then I come back and I'm like, it's been a hot minute. But like, it has been a hot minute. Sorry, y'all, but guess who's back? This girl. Y'all, I am so sorry. A lot has been happening. I haven't had my tripod also in a while. So I'm sorry for going AWOL, but I'm here now. So welcome back to those who have been here and to those who have been patient with me and all of that stuff. To everyone who's new, welcome. Hi. I hope you enjoy being here. Yay.
Randomness with Lisa Cole.
Okay, so a lot has happened since I last made a video. First and foremost, I passed. I'm done with 4th year. Secondly, I became a qualified speech and language pathologist. Thirdly, I graduated in March and I am now doing my ComServe in a new province that I'm lying, I have been to this province before, but I haven't stayed here for this long. So yeah, I'm currently doing my community service here. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain it in another video where I explain what exactly it is that I do as a qualified speech and language pathologist. Won't he do it? Hey, hey, ah. Anyways, so yeah, a lot has been happening. And in terms of getting my tripod, I only got it back like last month in March. So I'm sorry, y'all. Hopefully I'll be better this year. I know that it's already like the 4th month and we're going into May, but there's still hope. Lise khona ithemba ukuba yeah, I'll make more videos hopefully. But yeah, there's a lot that I need to update you guys on, but I am going to start with just one thing that happened in the beginning of this year back in Jan. So put on your seatbelts because it's gonna be an interesting ride. Y'all, my remote is not working, so I gotta stand and move and all of that stuff in order to press play and pause. But anyways, so before I start the story, I must say that it is important that I bring awareness to this thing because I had no idea it existed until I was put in a situation. So yeah, I hope this is tricky. Now let me tell you why, because when I told people this story, people have been like, where have you been, sis? And I was just like, what you mean where I been? I ain't never seen none of this before. And they're just like, well, girl, it's been around, so use the problem. And I'm like, oh. But anyways, so yes, as I was saying, I think it's important that I bring awareness to this thing. Okay, so let me first introduce my characters to the story. We've got Amy. We have Amy's boyfriend, Ben. These are not real names that I'm using because it's a small world. And anyways, we got Chantel, and then we've also got Mbali. Okay, so keep those people in mind. Oh, the last person that we have is Amy's landlady. Y'all. So earlier on in the year, back in Jan, way back in Jan, on a random weekend, Amy invited us to her place for a braai, right? So at the time we had a group chat, and at the time it was just me, Amy, Bali and Chantel in this group chat, right? So Amy sends us a text saying, hey y'all, my boyfriend and I are hosting a braai. Do you want to come through? And I was just like, girl, I ain't got no assignments. I ain't got no schoolwork to do. I am free. I am free. Let us go. Let's bounce. I'm going to be there, Miss Ma'am. So fine. Everything is set, right? And then we end up finding out about time. We find out that it's going to start at like 6 p.m. and everything, right? So then, as we're still trying to figure things out in the group, Chantel sends a message asking, besides meat, what else can we bring? And I was just like, when I saw this the first time, I was just like, okay, Chantel, okay. But anyways, I didn't pay much attention to it. So Amy's just like, all you need to bring are just snacks and cool drink. So I was just there once I'm okay, and I was like, Mbali, let's go. So because we were staying so close to each other, like we could just do a lot of things together. Both we still do things together. So fine. Mbali and I are deciding what drinks and what snacks we're gonna get and everything, right? But then as we're sorting things out, or as we're trying to figure things out, Mbali is just like, bruh, are you sure that these are the only things that we need to bring? And I was just like, yeah, girl, you saw the message. What you mean? Like, Miss Ma'am, what's popping with you? That's all we need to bring. She was just like, okay, if you say so. Fine. So we get the snacks and everything, and then obviously time goes by and we end up going to not Chantel. We end up going to Amy's place. So then we get to Amy's place. This was the first time we met Amy's boyfriend and Amy's landlord, right? And stuff. So obviously it's introductions, it's this, it's that, we're busy talking and all of that stuff. It was really nice. So Ben ends up starting the fire. Okay. He starts the fire, and as we're busy chatting, Ben comes to us and he's just like, okay guys, you can bring your meat. We continued with the conversation. I heard this, but I was just like, I don't know what this man's talking about, but okay. So I just continue with the conversation. He says it a second time. After a while, he's just like, guys, you can bring your meat. So then Chantal stands up to go to the kitchen. So I was like, okay, maybe there's meat in the kitchen that we need to bring. So fine, I get up, I go to the kitchen. Like a while after Chantal had gone, I go to the kitchen. When I get there, how? There's no meat. I'm not seeing any meat. I'm not seeing chicken. I'm not seeing anything, you see. So fine, I go back out and I just sit with everyone else and we continue speaking. Then Ben comes to us and he's just like, y'all, where's your meat? So Mbali and I look at each other like, huh? He's just like, did you guys not bring meat? And I was like, what? We were supposed to bring meat? And for a moment, it was quiet. Like there were crickets for a while. And then Ben and Chantal burst out in laughter. And Amy was just there on some. So, but like Amy's shock or moment of silence was not a thing of, I can't believe you guys didn't bring meat. It was a thing of, oops, I made a mistake. So then I was just there like, I didn't know that we were supposed to bring meat. And then Ben is like, girl, have you not been to a bring and braai? And I said, what and braai? He's like, a bring and braai. I was just like, no, all of the braais that I go to, like the host is usually the one who provides the meat. And usually in my case, the braais that I have been to, it's usually people who contribute money to getting the meat, and then like a few people buy the meat. But in most of those cases, I was a kid or a teenager, so I didn't have money of my own, so my mother would sort that out. I have never been to a braai where I was like, I am now a young adult. So anyways, I was just like, I had never been to none of this before. And he's just like, no, how a bring and braai works is that the host makes the salads and the sides and the everything, and then you come with your own meat. And I was just like, I'm so sorry, I had no idea. I was embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. And Mbali is just there on some. And I was just like, and Mbali was, at some point, Mbali texted me and she was just like, bro, I want to go home. And I was just like, girl, we can't leave now. But luckily enough, Amy's landlord had extra meat. Like, they had extra meat. So they were just like, don't worry, it's fine and everything. But then they were just like, is this like a cultural thing? Like, what's popping in these streets? And I was just like, I don't know. But I had never heard of a bring and braai before. So fine. The night goes on and everything, but guys, when I tell you that I was embarrassed, like the whole time I was so embarrassed to a point where like I tried making jokes to like ease myself. Like I was like, next time there's a braai, I'm gonna bring a whole cow and we're gonna slaughter it, and like, I was just like, that's what's gonna happen the next time, because I'm not gonna be this embarrassed ever again, But they made light of the situation, Jen. It wasn't a serious thing. And all of that stuff. But I was so embarrassed to a point where the meat was really good, and I was just like, I'm not about to ask for seconds because I didn't bring anything. So I was just like, I'm gonna keep everything to myself. Yes, I do want extra, but like I'm not gonna do that. And then we had like, so fine, like the night went on, and then we had dessert afterwards and all of that stuff. But moral of the story is that there's something called a bring in braai, where you bring your own meat to the braai and they braai it for you. I had no idea until January, but it's all good now. I mean, I'm good and everything. So the next time, I think a few weeks after that, or a few weeks later, then another girl invited us over to a braai, and I was just like, sis, I ain't got no meat. She was just like, oh no, it's fine, I'm gonna get it for you, because I was broke at that time. So yeah, but that's the story. That's what I wanted to bring awareness to, and all of that stuff. So yeah, a lot of other things have happened so far, but there's no time for that right now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, before I forget, lisekhona ithimba lempumelelo. Bye. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.